Wow. Um, that was some reunion and some final episode. So, even though y'all are going to see this later today, I am recording this at 6:19 a.m. because I stayed up to make sure that I saw these episodes before things got spoiled for me on social media. So I'm just going to go couple by couple. I don't think the last episode there needs to be much to say. What I really want to talk about is the reunion. So basically, all I have to say about that final episode is that, with the exception of Arya and Scotty, every single one of those final conversations were awkward as fuck, and in my opinion, went on way too long. So now let's cut to the reunion. I'm just gonna go couple by couple. So Zaina and JR. Now, if y'all have seen previous videos, I have talked about how much I love JR. And so they showed all this footage of him being admittedly, kind of vulgar and making it seem like he has a hall pass, even though he's saying, no, actually, I'm joking and all this stuff. And did not care for that. I'm not going to lie. Did not care for that. But I'm also taking in, so Zaina, this is what I think. If you're going to go on one of these shows and you and your partner break up, you need to have a conversation before you film the reunion. Because if you don't, what is going to happen with you is what happened with Zaina, which is she had all these emotions bottled up. So they all came out at the reunion. And I'm sorry, but she came across very angry. Whereas she could have got those emotions out in private and then seemed calm and cool and collected during the reunion, which I think would have been preferable. And I understand it's very upsetting, knowing that JR downplayed his relationship with Sandy and then watching it back when obviously there was a lot of chemistry between JR and Sandy. And honestly, given that JR and Sandy both left the experiment single, it is very shocking to me that they did not at least try to date. Very shocking to me. So, yeah. But, and also, Zaina is sitting here calling JR basically everything but a child of God. He's a liar. He's all this and that. And you're so angry with him, but you allowed him to help you with your injections for freezing your eggs? Okay. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, and I also think it is a horrible idea to move out and live across the street from your ex. Horrible. Because you're just going to end up in this limbo that they very much seem to be in up until this point. And I'm going to be very honest with you that I still think that they're going to be in even after they tape this. I'm just going to be honest. So, mess. Okay, so honestly, when Arya accepted Scotty's proposal, I knew in my heart that was not the right decision. And I honestly felt that she didn't really want to do that. And so I was not surprised to hear at all that she broke off the engagement a day later. Not surprised to hear that at all. It was absolutely devastating to me to listen to her say that she lost her grandmother and had a miscarriage. I was sobbing, crying, because I think if you regularly watch my content, y'all know my grandmother that raised me passed away in 2017. The most devastating thing, still to this day, I've ever been through. And so I know what that devastation is like. And then also to become pregnant and have a miscarriage. So it's loss on top of devastating loss. And I know that was incredibly difficult for her. And I do genuinely believe that, Scotty probably did try, but and like I said, I actually don't know if I ever published this video, but like I said, um, like I said, I I think that Scotty has not worked everything out regarding his father's death, and that's why he's having a lot of difficulty. Kind of, I think he might not want to go to therapy because he doesn't want to have to deal with those emotions, because he knows that that's going to come up and that that's still greatly affecting him. So, I think once he fully processes his grief, he might be able to make a good partner for someone, but definitely not before that. Okay, so this situation with Mariah and Caleb at the reunion, where it was basically a picture was painted like it was a fairy tale. And then it comes out that Mariah was so hurt by Caleb not owning up to him clearly having an emotional connection to Arya. And I was actually very glad that Arya was like, okay, you need to actually admit the way that you felt. I'm glad that she said that. That was very weird to me. And I love that she was like, listen, this is giving Arya, that Arya was like, this is giving fake. Because this is not what's reflected in the way that Caleb is behaving. So I'm glad that came out. I'm glad that was addressed. They're talking about getting married the summer of 2026. And I'm just kind of like, so did you really just want a ring on your finger? Because you're telling me that you're fine with it taking 2 years for you to get married? Why did he need to propose then? Because that doesn't make sense. If you're okay with it taking that long for y'all to get married. So I don't know. Like, I personally, I do not think that they're a good fit. Like, I actually think Caleb would be a much better fit with Arya. So we'll see if these two ever actually get married. This video is so super long. I'm sorry, y'all. But Sandy and Nick, not a good fit. Nick should not be in a relationship with anyone. He clearly has a lot of emotional maturing to do. I'm really glad Sandy said no. And I wish the best for her and wish her continued healing. The only thing I will say about this is that I'm glad that Vanessa got the chance to come out and say why she left. What is interesting, though, is that I believe I saw in Bits of Banter with Antoinette's video that Vanessa said in an interview that Nick actually did know that she was leaving because she texted him that she was leaving, but she didn't say that in the reunion, which I was waiting for her to say that. So that was interesting, but yeah, messy, 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 messy. But yeah, it delivered. It was good TV. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.